call the meeting to order and roll call, please.
Donna Jett.
Present.
Ellen Martin.
Present.
John Mysick.
Present.
All here. Thank you.
Stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Well, good morning, fellow commissioners. I'd just like to make an announcement and just say that it's been a lot of fun working with this commission, and it's been an honor to work with this incredible team from the city. And I look back on the last 4 years, and I'm so proud of what was accomplished in a really difficult time for all of us, but also especially on this committee, the responsibility to try to find ways to get people together in the environment that we've been in, with so much headwind, to still find a way to create a community within this city. I'm just proud of everybody here, so I just want to say that, and looking forward to a great year again going forward. But thank you all.
Thank you, John.
Please.
I was just going to mention Breakfast with the Bunny on the 29th. Someone gave me tickets, and I gave them to a family that the city collaborates with the park and for children. And they have Bunny Land, too. And we'll talk about Earth Day later.
Announcements from staff.
I don't have any announcements at this time.
Is there anybody online? Public appearances? Nope. Great. All right, let's move to orders of business. First, approval of the minutes for the January 9th, 2024 regular meeting.
I move to approve.
Second.
Jett.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Mysick.
Yes.
Approved. Thank you.
Receive an update on the farmers market and third Thursday.
Okay, so the city council earlier this year approved the serving of alcohol again for third Thursday events. We're starting 1 month earlier than we did last year. March 21st will be our first third Thursday this year, and that is in collaboration also with the Sunset Center. They handle the booking for the music groups that come to third Thursday, which are very popular, and we had an opportunity to partner with them on a dance troupe that's going to be here in town. So it'll be a unique third Thursday for March 21st. And in addition here, we've been talking, the farmers market manager and I have been talking about some feedback that they've been getting over the last year or so, just verbal, anecdata type of thing, asking about possibility for a weekend market. Because people work and they can't get here. And I know that's just kind of things with proximity. So if you happen to work in town on Thursdays and can get a break or a lunch break, you can come to the market, and then residents who aren't working during the day can come, but it precludes a number of people who aren't there. And so they want to explore the possibility of having a small market, so just half the size that it is now, that's focused on produce, on Saturdays, 8 to 12, just seasonally, so that would be March through October. They've started doing some formal surveying. Those went out a few weeks ago, and are looking at bringing me some more data before I take the concept to the City Council for consideration to add that into our farmers market plan. Any thoughts about this, or
locally? Is Carmel Valley, is Mid Valley? Is that on Saturdays? Is that the other?
That's on Sundays.
That's on Sundays. So do we have? What is a local? I don't want to say competition, but what are local cities doing? Are there other markets?
Monterey is Tuesday night. Pacific Grove is Monday afternoon, and then there's a seasonal market in the Barnyard, and that is it Tuesday? And then I did do a survey of just farmer. I was just curious. Thank you for your question, John. Same thing. Curious what it looks like for the state of California, because there's a registry of all the certified farmers markets in the state. There's 699 of them. just over 40% of them are Saturdays or Sundays. And then the other ones are mixed, so it's during the week. And some do have, it was a small percentage of them that do have 2 days, where it's a weekday and then a weekend day.
I'm not sure about theirs.
Seaside has a Sunday market because I can hear the music from my house.
Oh, and there's, Del Monte has a Sunday, it's Sunday also.
Sunday. Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of Saturday. In Noe Valley, they used to do one on Saturdays, and it was always the place that we would go to get produce for dinner Saturday night and to cook fresh produce. I think it was great. And as working full time, it's hard to get here on Thursdays.
Right, and I think we all know Saturdays during the high season can be very busy in town, and there's a premium on parking and all of those things. But we're also working towards getting Saturday hours open for the library too, and that's more local facing. So I think there's a balance there, and we would look at doing the market earlier in the day, making sure our vendors know where to park. And we would keep the market to probably the block on Mission Street between Ocean and 6th, to keep 6th open, reduce those impacts. So again, it would just be that one block.
I think that's great. The one in Beverly Hills is on a Saturday. And you're right, they shop for the week and for the weekend. So I think the tourists would like it.
And I think having it earlier in the day too would be a benefit, especially for the locals before it gets busy in town. Again, more surveying to do, talking with our neighbors around the market to see the feasibility, but I wanted to float this in front of all of you who've worked with me on growing the market and all of these ideas.
And I would hope that those hours that you're recommending would allow for people to go, but also then still, I don't think it would hurt the lunch crowd for restaurants. It's not like they're going there to eat, right? Ending at noon, then they're actually downtown. They can go to restaurants locally and support the local commerce.
Right. We had, for the survey, and I haven't published the survey responses yet because I don't think we've cast a wide enough net yet, and we will. But for the short survey that we did, one of the responses we got back was from a worker in the shops who said that it feels more vibrant in town with the market because more people are walking around, and she, goes to the market. So I think there's a balance to be struck, and I want to be respectful of our business community downtown. And again, more surveying and conversations to be had. But thank you for your reactions as we've been starting this conversation.
Did everyone was that on the Friday letter, the survey, or any?
Yes,
I don't think I saw it, but
it was in the Friday letter. But
I missed it.
Yeah, it was in the Friday letter. But again, I'm working with our market manager on getting the word out more that.
I think it's a really great idea, and it's a meetup, in Carmel. And I think that more people I will certainly go shopping, and I think a lot of people will, and there'll be a lot of people in the park too, enjoying the park, families. I think it's a great idea.
We will continue to get more feedback on it, and I'll probably take it to council in the next month or so.
Great.
Thank you all.
Is there still no public? No. Then there's
Jim.
no public commentary. Wanda?
Yeah, good morning. It's Wanda Vollmer here. I think that's a fantastic idea, you guys. I kind of came in a little bit late. I was distracted. Would this weekend be every single weekend or once a month, or?
It would be every single weekend, March through October. So just
That's a great idea. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks,
Great
Wanda.
idea.
Thank you. Next, receive updates on the 2024 special events calendar for the city.
So things are going along pretty well with planning for events for next year. I've been working hard on the community activities budget for 24-25. We have our events calendar here in front of you. I'm going to be doing an ad in the Pine Cone just like we did last year with the big rainbow ad. We're factoring that in to do that quarterly as we go through the year. So some events will drop off, but we'll keep them the same to keep this in front of everybody so they know what's going on. We only have a couple of TBD dates left. Farmers Market Third Thursday is one of them in May, and that's just because there's overlap with another event. I think it's the Art Festival setup. So we'll probably shift them to the following week. Sandcastle contest, we've been getting a lot of phone calls about that. The date that we're looking at right now is September 14th, and the reason that one takes a little while to nail down is because that time of year also coincides with the Carmel Heritage Historic Home Tour. Thankfully, we work with the architects, and they also work with the Heritage Society on that tour, so there's some coordination there, but we're poking at them so we can get that date nailed down. And then same with the Carmel High School Homecoming Parade. And then once we have the Sandcastle contest and the Homecoming Parade dates, we can pick what day we do Community Day. So those ones all have to fall in line together. So we'll get those sorted out. But for Sandcastle contest, we're looking at September the 14th. And then as Donna mentioned earlier, the Community Activities Department had been planning to do a Community Day event. And we knew that when we started that off in September the previous year, we couldn't have our Community Day this last September in 2023 because of the rain and made the park all muddy. So we ended up combining Community Day for the spring with Earth and Arbor Day. And that will be the 21st of April, actually, not the 20th.
20th,
Is
isn't
it the 20th?
I think it's the 20th.
For some reason, I had the 21st in my head.
Well, then, will there be another community day on top of this one then? Or-
No, we're doing everything combined. So what we did was
So you'll get rid of that one in September?
No, we'll keep the one in September. We'll still do the one in September in the fall and with all the community groups, because I think it's a good balance. You know, you've got things going on in the springtime and planting and groups that want to do gardening and all of those types of things. And for people who want to get to know, who've moved to town, I think those types of things are a good way to help people to get to know local groups and what they're all about and what they're doing. And then also to remind ourselves about all the wonderful people we have around us and the good things that we do. So I think spring and fall is a good balance. And I'm looking forward. So we combined all of the people. There was some overlap with groups for Earth, Arbor, and Community Day. And we're going to have a little mini farmers market there too as well as part of our event.
Oh.
Yeah. So it should be a fun spring. We've got, our usual suspects are back, the Carmel Art Festival. We'll have our Memorial Day ceremony, and then I'm working with Visit Carmel, helping them in the background with Carmel Culinary Week, which they've got some great ideas for that. They're going to do I think a farmer's market element where they shop at the market and chefs do some demonstrations using, kind of chopped dish.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Some good ideas.
Any comments from commissioners? This looks great. Nice work.
I won't read off every
no,
single
that's fantastic.
single event. You all can see those. My big challenge is, I think, everything so far. No big plans to change anything up, with the exception of the tree lighting. I'm trying to figure out how to
Give it
make
a little
that
more space.
a little more space and a little less chaotic than it was last year. So hopefully some good changes, but not snow. Sorry, guys.
The August Concord Week, so those are all set.
Those are all set. I do
Okay.
have some permit applications for small, like 1-block events, but they're in limbo right now. Acura is not going to be back this year, but they'll likely be back for the following year.
Will the Ferrari owners, will that be on Dolores like it was last year?
It will, and
Yeah,
it will
that was
expand
nice.
out. Yeah, it will expand out a little bit so that on Thursday, they won't be right up against each other. There'll be, about half a block between them, but Prancing Ponies and the Ferrari owners will both take up the majority of the downtown. So it will feel much as it did before the pandemic. And then Concord for a Cause was on Wednesday last year, and it was just the park and the L shape around the park. They're going to be using the park and going from Unibrow down to Dolores Street and the side streets there, so building out. So that will
what
fill.
group is that?
That is Good Roots. So the people that manage our farmers market, they wanted to jump in and do that. So last year was their
okay.
first year trying a car week event.
Oh, good for them, okay.
Yeah,
I
their background and expertise is not only farmers market but
Yeah.
large scale events.
Yeah,
so
city
they have
events.
that.
Right, okay, so that's who's, because we know Prancing Ponies and the Ferrari owners is the Ferrari Club.
Right.
Right.
The local chapter of the Ferrari Club, yes.
Great. Wanda, I see your hand up. Sorry. I think we're good. Okay, great. All right.
Hello, this is Richard Crichton. I'd like to make a comment.
Hey, Richard, please.
Well, on Memorial Day, I've been working with Ashley and on behalf of the American Legion Post 512 to do the programs for the Memorial Day events. And I just wanted to ask the commissioners if there's any suggestions you have for changing those. I hope everyone is pleased with the sing-along. I've gotten some few people got negative reactions on the sing-along. So just asking, is there something that you think we can do for Memorial Day if you've been there for the events? I am proud of the fact that we're always done within about 45 minutes. So anyway, that's the question.
I mean, I brought my family to it last year. I thought it was fantastic, and I thought it was brief but powerful. Trying to think if there's anything I would suggest. I mean, I don't really have any suggestions.
Yeah,
I just congratulate you on what you've done so far, and please continue.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm actually I'm trying to get the Girl Scouts of America to now start providing scouts for our for Memorial Day and for the flag group for the flag holders for the parades. So we'd like to get them involved, and that might be something we start doing.
Do we have?
Yes,
I'm gonna throw in a wrinkle. Do we have a budget to hand out flags?
I'm sure we could incorporate that in. We've done, I mean, like, are we talking probably
Little
like the
mini flags?
little mini flags? I think we've done that in the past, and we can definitely do that again. The challenge is making sure everything gets picked up in the park afterwards, making sure they don't end up in the ground. But yeah, and then we have, of course, do have the flag holders for either Girl or Boy Scout troops participating in that. We just got new ones of those this year. They didn't arrive in time for the Halloween parade, but we've got them safe and sound.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the holders that when they're marching, it's
Right.
that cup that you put the flag in, which will help because those flags are heavy for small kids walking down the street. They tend to waver a little bit. This will be an improvement.
I think it's always. I mean,
Well, thank you.
That weekend.
Thank you, Richard.
That weekend is starting to really be kind of a busy time around town. Potentially in the Friday letter, or in any correspondence we have, maybe we do something like fly your flag, Carmel, and it's kind of when people come into town, residents are just kind of reminded, hey, if you have a flag, put it out. Be a neat way to kind of celebrate.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Thanks for the suggestion, John.
All right.
Any other comments or thoughts about next year's or this year's special events? I think next year for fiscal year, but next year we'll work on that later.
All right.
The October challenge, the athletes, have we had that before?
Yeah, that one's been with us for quite a time.
I guess I have not been able to attend that.
It's usually on a Saturday.
It's a Sunday.
Sunday.
It's just a bike stop.
Yeah, it's down at Del Mar.
They do a bike ride around the peninsula, and we're just a stop to get snacks
okay.
and water.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. With that, any future agenda items?
I have one more question. November the 16th, Carmel prepares. Is that something? What?
It's
Tell
like
me
the
about.
CERT, right?
Yeah, so
Yes,
it's the program that we did in January. So we're trying to do again
Okay.
one ahead of fire season to remind people about
Yes,
preparedness,
okay.
and then one ahead of storm season in the fall, so November. So we're trying to make those regular occurrences. And this time we will be filming both of them and live streaming them. We weren't
you.
able to do that quick enough last time, but we will do it this time.
Okay, thank you.
think with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you all.
That was it.
We're very,
Thank you. Yep.